Good morning. This is the weather hazard briefing for Saturday, May 17th. If you've been watching, we've talked a lot about an area of low pressure coming to our region for the weekend. Well, the weekend is finally here, and with it will come increased cloud cover and precipitation to all of eastern Idaho, but there is hope for some improving weather as we get into the early part of next week, with temperatures getting a little bit closer to normal by Tuesday and then trending above normal the middle to latter part of next week, with precipitation chances looking pretty slim. But before we can get there, we have this system to contend with, and looking at the satellite imagery from across the western United States this morning, you can see not much in the way of cloud cover across eastern Idaho yet, but as you look to our west across western Idaho and throughout the state of Oregon, you can see all that widespread cloud cover, and that is going to move over our area here throughout the remainder of the day and continuing throughout the weekend. That being said, our weather risk outlook shows periods of showers and thunderstorms expected throughout the weekend, with things starting to improve on Monday as that area of low pressure moves to our south and east. We will have some lingering cloud cover and precipitation in place, especially across the eastern half of the area on Monday, with things improving throughout the day, and then by the time we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, looking rather quiet. A weak system moving well to our north might produce a little bit of additional cloud cover and maybe some isolated to scattered showers in the afternoon hours, but that's going to be pretty hit or miss type stuff and generally of low impact across the area. With strong southerly flow in place ahead of this developing area of low pressure, we will see our temperatures today climb into the mid to perhaps upper 60s across the lower terrain portions of eastern Idaho, with upper 50s, lower 60s expected across the higher terrain. This will help produce a little bit of instability in the atmosphere, so we are expecting thunderstorms to develop today. Those thunderstorm chances will decrease as we get into the day on Sunday with much cooler temperatures in place, although those chances will not be zero, just not looking for anything as widespread thunderstorm-wise as what we're expecting today. Winds aren't really going to be too much of a concern today. They might be a little bit more of a concern as we get into tomorrow. But until then, really the only significant wind gusts that are potential today will be anything that's associated with any stronger thunderstorms that do develop. As far as precipitation is concerned, this graphic shows our precipitation totals basically from now through the dinner time hour or so, with our western areas favored to see the most significant precipitation during that time period, as obviously they'll be getting our precipitation in first. But those chances will spread to our east throughout the evening and overnight hours and continuing into the day tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, as that area of low pressure moves overhead, it's expected to be a pretty raw day across the area, with temperatures running 15 to 20 degrees below normal for this time of year. Most of the day will be spent in the 40s, unfortunately, but we will likely briefly top the 50-plus degree mark across our lower terrain zones. But as I said, it's going to be a pretty unpleasant Sunday across the area, but there is hope on the horizon once the system moves out on Monday. So as far as precipitation is concerned, it's going to continue throughout the Saturday night time period, continuing into the day Sunday. Might become a little bit more hit or miss in nature later in the day on Sunday, especially across the western half of the area. But nevertheless, we're expecting everyone to get some rainfall, and we'll talk about some of those storm total amounts here in a minute. As we get into Monday, that area of low pressure will move to our south and east. Things will start to clear out across the western half of the area, so those locations will get a little bit warmer on Monday compared to the eastern half, where those clouds and precipitation chances will linger for at least half the day, if not maybe 2/3 of the day, before things start to improve there as well. So things, as far as precipitation is concerned, look a little bit better on Monday, but those temperatures will be remaining on the cooler side of normal. But things will start to improve on Tuesday. So how much rainfall are we expecting with this system? Basically, most places will probably see at least half an inch between now and Monday morning. Some spots could get upwards of an inch, maybe an inch and a half under the best of circumstances. If, stronger thunderstorm impacts the area, maybe once or twice, we're going to have multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms. So we'll see how it all shakes out in the end. But expecting most places to get at least half an inch of rain with this system, with certainly some isolated higher amounts possible. As we get into Tuesday, this is when things really start to improve. That system is well to our east by that point. Weak high pressure will start building back over the area, so most of the cloud cover should be over with by this point. And this will be the first time in a while that we've seen more sun than clouds. It's been the opposite for much of this past week, but things really start to improve on Tuesday. And then by the time we get into Wednesday, continued sunshine as that weak high pressure area continues to build. Those temperatures climb upwards a few degrees above normal for the first time in quite some time, with that upward trend looking likely to continue as we get into the latter part of the week and perhaps into the holiday weekend, upcoming holiday weekend as well next week. But we'll see how it all plays out in the end. Models can and will change over time, but as of right now, things are looking pretty good as we get into the middle and latter part of next week. So that's all I have for you. Thanks for joining us this morning, and have a great day.